Got all my paint thinner, my linseed oil. This is an oil painting. I don't remember if I mentioned that. Oil painting. I've done acrylic. I've done watercolor. I've also worked with like pastels. Obviously like markers, color pencils, digital art as well. All different mediums of art. Continue here. Yeah, one thing I love to do is I like to kind of just do yoga all the time, so I really try to think about, my posture. I'm not trying to get arthritis, I'm not trying to get a bad back here. So I'm sorry if this looks kind of weird, but this is my process. Also, in case anybody was wondering, I am self-taught. I've been drawing, I've been doing art since I was a little child. I get inspiration from the entire world. Like everything I see, everything I hear, every person I meet impacts me and makes me more inspired, so thank you. So just a little background on me. I actually come from a long line of artists in my family. My Nana, who is no longer with us, unfortunately, she was such an inspiration to me. Like, she was such a sunflower. Just whenever I think about her, I think of like her golden skin, I think about sun shining, I think about the garden where she would grow her plants, her roses, her food. I think about all the dogs she raised. I think about spending summers and 4th of July like at her house. She and my papa had all this property, and it was so beautiful and so peaceful. And she also was a painter, and she did beautiful artwork. She painted a lot of nature. She also did a couple portraits of she did a portrait of my mom. I think she maybe did a couple of my aunts. I actually haven't gotten to see all of her art, but I do have a couple of her paintings. I have 2 of her paintings that she did towards the end of her life. She died of breast cancer, and they're really beautiful, and they're much more abstract than her earlier work, which was a little more traditional style. She uses a lot of color, and there's a lot of just emotion. I could tell like she was just really feeling it. My grandmother, who is still alive, thank goodness, she also is an amazing artist. She paints with watercolor. She also does like jewelry. She's like so crafty, wonderful painter as well. She paints a lot of like scenery, landscapes like the beach. She also paints like, again, nature, just really beautiful. She's like very sassy, very fun, like, yeah, I love my grandma. My grandma and I are actually a lot alike. We look a lot alike, and we have a lot of similar personality traits as well. And it's just so fun, it's just so fun because, a grandma and a grandchild, it's a special relationship because, we have beef with our parents who we love, or at least for the most part. I love my parents, even though we haven't always had the best relationship, but there's something about my grandparents that I respect their wisdom, and I just really love and appreciate them. And at least my grandmas, I was lucky. I have 2 really, really amazing grandmas, and they just absolutely adored me and all their grandkids. I also have many painters in my family amongst my aunts. I don't know if any of my uncles paint, but I know that I have a bunch of aunts that paint. I have a painting that my mom's little sister made. I have another aunt, my mom's older sister, and she's a really amazing artist too. I haven't even seen most of her work, but the work I have seen, I've really enjoyed. So I come from a family of artists, and not just painters, artists of all kinds. My mother is also extremely talented. She's extremely artistic. She's kind of a jack of all trades, honestly. She is like a wonderful, I would consider her like a fashion designer, because she makes clothes, like, or she used to when she had a little more time. Even when she didn't have time, she was making clothes. She can like sew costumes and clothes. She also is an amazing artist in the kitchen. She loves to just cook and create the most amazing food, and she bakes. Oh my goodness, guys, does my mom bake? She also makes chocolates, like legitimate, beautiful, just organic chocolates, like by hand, from scratch. Every life here has a purpose. So don't waste your life. Be grateful. Be so happy just to see the sunshine, to hear the birds, to have your family. Every meal you eat, say thank you. Because that's a meal that you got that maybe somebody else didn't get. That's another thing. If you guys don't donate to like help hungry people, please go do that. I donate to the like World Hunger Association. It's based in the UK, I think, and I have an app on my phone. It's called Share the Meal. So I love to donate, especially when I'm enjoying a really good meal. I just love to, you know, click donate a meal. I usually donate like a few meals, especially because like there's a lot of hungry children that it feeds. So yeah, do your research, find an organization, and like give back, please. Please go feed people that are hungry. Right now they're feeding Palestinian children. Help each other out. Help out your neighbor. Help out your community. Help out your country. Help out your neighboring country. Help out your planet. Thank you guys so much for listening to me preach. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching, listening, subscribing. I literally never thought I would say that.